So from Dubai, with me today, I have Simi Sujith, a managing partner of HelpXpat, a leading relocation company based in UAE, providing a full range and full suite of services regarding international relocation services, helping organizations and employees with their international assignments, and they efficiently manage their relocation throughout the entire Middle East region. Thank you, Simi, for being with me today.
Thank you, Madalena, for this opportunity. It's great.
I have as a first question for you something that is related to your former career. So before being the managing partner of HelpXpat, you're actually working as an in-house international assignment manager. So you were on the client side, right? Was it difficult for you to make this transition, to make this switch from the corporate client to the service provider side?
Well, in fact, I think that was a great experience for me in terms of switching as a service provider, because when you're working as a service provider, you always would like to know, from the HR perspective, what is their expectations, what is the value add they would see in a service provider. So being on the side of the client, it has helped me to understand better, what is the expectations, what is the value add you need to do, what is your key focus in terms of HR, and you need a provider who adds value, who takes off the burden from you. So it's been very beneficial being on the side of the client, which has added more value to provide that service for the client.
You knew exactly what they were expecting, right?
Exactly.
Simi, how do you manage the expectations of your clients that are being relocated to the Middle East region, and what would be the main risks, the main pitfalls that you usually warn them about?
So with the clients, we always tell the clients to come with a very open mind, because whenever anybody wants to relocate, the first thing that you do is that you go on internet, you try to find about the new location, you speak to your friends, you speak to your colleagues. All that is great, but sometimes it can give you a very different picture of the country you're relocating into. So especially coming into Middle East, expats do have very different thought process when you're coming from the Europe or US, the culture, the conservative nature of the country. So it's not very easy, when you're coming with a lot of preconceived ideas about the country. So the main point that we tell them is to come with a very open mind. Don't trust everything that you read on the internet. I mean, it gives you a guide, it gives you an idea.
Yeah. Sometimes a lot of information can be harmful.
Exactly, it's very harmful, and also that is what we say when we say you do a preview trip, an orientation trip. Have an idea in your mind that you need to sort of look at different areas, look at what works for your family, because just because your colleague has chosen something might not work for your family, because every family is unique, when it comes to your children, your family. So look at what fits for you and work based on that. And the best with any relocation process is to keep everything very transparent. You tell the real picture, rather than trying to paint an artificial picture to them. Be very clear and be very open. So that will really help the process. It'll help to manage their expectations better, rather than saying, everything is very rosy, and then they come and figure out things are not how they thought it was
expected to be. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's always good to be very open and clear and transparent. That always helps in the long way. That also helps to gain the trust from the client.
Simi, we all make all kinds of decisions in life, right? But I'm pretty sure we all also have that one very bad decision that we made, and that one extremely good decision that we made. What is that one particular decision that you're super happy that you made?
The decision that I'm super happy that I've made is definitely setting up HelpXpat. That was a decision which took a lot of thought and decision to make, because it was not something which was a dream come true overnight. It had to be, there was a lot of work to be done over the years to make sure that it was the right move. And it was a very niche and competitive industry. So to set up something like that is not very easy. So,
of course.
But what the message that I always tell to all aspiring people who set up business is that if you're really passionate about it, and if you're ready to do the hard work, and you're not ready to give up, because it can sometimes take time. It is not about doing the hard work and having the passion for it a day or a week or a month or a year even. You just have
then
to
it's done.
give up. Yeah, exactly. I think 8 years down the lane, I feel very proud of where we are at right now. And we'll continue to be doing the same. We'll continue to serve and make people happy and bring a smile on their face.
I'm pretty sure, Simi, that when you helped setting up the business, you based yourself and you based on certain skills that you have and certain superpowers. What would be that superpower that really keeps you moving forward?
A superpower that I believe that I have and which has really helped me is being very resilient, So you have to have a strength of resilience because you will face a lot of obstacles in your path, when you're over the period of years, you will always face a lot of obstacles. It's how quickly you come back, and you have to be resilient in life, and that will keep you moving. So I've always believed in being resilient. I've always believed in being independent, taking a task and trying to accomplish it, and doing it independently also gives you a lot of pride when you do that. So that's something which I believe in strongly. You just have to stay strong and you just have to be resilient. There will be times where you feel it's just pulling you down, and there are things which will happen because you can never be happy and stay happy every single day. But you just have to be strong to not give up.
Simi, I can imagine that you didn't want to be an international assignment manager or managing partner since you were a kid, right? So what did you want to be when you grew up?
To be very honest, when I was growing up, it always used to change. I never, have had one thought process. I think in my early years, I was like, I wanted to be a teacher, and then some point I wanted to be a doctor, and at some point, it kept changing. But one thing which always remains same when I think about it now is that I always wanted to do something which was serving people, like sort of, helping people, be it a teacher or a doctor or, being an entrepreneur or customer service. I always wanted to do to serve people, So that brought me happiness. And even now, be it work or be it otherwise, I always like to make others happy, and that gives me happiness. So I think I have gone through the same path. I've always done things to see happiness in others' eyes. Seeing happiness in someone else's eyes makes me happy more than anything else. So I think that's what I've always loved to, and that's where I've ended up.
In the right place.
In the right place, and that the sparkle and the happiness that you see in others' eyes, it gives you a lot of happiness that you cannot even explain. So I think I'll continue being the same path, and I'll also want to give a lot more to the society as an individual, because when you go by, I think over the years people will only see, or people will only remember you for what you have done in the society. So but for me right now, success is not about just making money. It's more than that. It's more about giving to the society,
giving back.
So that has a very big meaning to it.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Simi, for being with us today.